Miss Lashley, Lady Lashley, on a Wednesday, you know what we do. Every Wednesday, we're down at the Fulton County Library in Atlanta, Georgia, where we're doing our economic development seminar. Please excuse me, y'all, because the last live, I don't think you guys can hear me. I hope you guys can hear me through the mic. We're streaming on two platforms today. I want to say shout out to the Facebook group, Prime Time Homebuyers, and also Secure Your Energy. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be getting into the last part of the first session of our economic development seminar. What is that? So the last part basically consists of us talking about accountability and getting ready for our magnificent, amazing business plan, okay? Where we're going to hit them with details, futuristic ideas, and we're going to have a portfolio that's stable. Okay, so today what we're going to be talking about is accountability, and then we're going to move into what we need to know to get ready for market analyzation when it comes to putting together a successful business plan. So this is the last session of no, this is the last class of our first session, and we're going to go into session number two, where we're getting into the business plan. And I want you guys to know that everything that I show you is actionable. Actionable. So remember, I'm not here just talking. I need you guys to take notes, okay? Now, let's get to it. Now, we're going to start off by talking about measuring success and accountability. So, this is very important. This is something that I stress. I know many people are like, why? Why should we measure success and accountability? Because we want to make sure that when we are revamping our plan, that we met our goals, as well as the people that we're dealing with within our business, that they're accountable for their action and we're actually getting things done as a business. Okay, so accountability is very, very important. I'm going to talk about it from a few different aspects. I hope you guys can see. Let me see, can I lower? Could you see? Okay. I don't want to get too low. And we're going to start with these two sets of PowerPoint, and then we're going to get into a sort of seminar-based teaching. Okay, higher learning here. So we're going to run through this hour pretty swiftly. I just ask for you guys take your time and press replay if you need. So measuring success and ensuring accountability is a key to organizational growth. Let's go. These are some of the things we're going to talk about today: measuring success, financial performance, community satisfaction, community engagement, market share with the community, and ensuring leadership accountability. These are some of the things that one, as a community, we have to hone in on. And as a new business owner, these are some of the concepts that we need to keep in mind as we creating our business plan and revamping it. Ensuring leadership accountability is the first thing that we have to address here. Ensuring leadership accountability, the process of holding individuals and teams within an organization responsible for their action and performance. It helps to create a culture of ownership, transparency, and trust where everyone is accountable for achieving the organizational goals and objectives. Again, this is key to organizational growth and community growth. When you have everyone on the same page is one thing, but then when you have everyone accountable for their particular function is another thing. And without that, we won't be able to catch some of the discrepancies, the things that we need to fix, and we won't be able to continue to learn and enhance because each individual in our organization or whatever in our life, let's we can even say it like that, in our life that we deal with, if they're not responsible for certain things as far as like household things that needs to get done, then we're going to have cracks in the system. Things are going to fall apart. So this is why accountability is very important. Establishing clear expectation. To ensure accountability, it is essential to establish clear expectation goals for each individual and team. Goals should be specified, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. SMART. I want you to put this acronym down: SMART, SMART, which is you want your goals to be specified, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. And this is what you want to teach your kids about as well. These are some of the dynamics that you want to teach in your household, not only in just your work dynamics. Everyone has their specified task. You take ownership of it, and we need to be able to measure your achievements over a time period. Okay? And that's called delegation. Okay? And that's what we're going to be doing as we get more people into our organization. And when they come in, we're going to already have what they're going to be doing, our expectations. Is going to be a clear line of discernment of what we have to do and what is not going to be done. Again, the reason why I'm talking in this matter because it sets not only boundaries, but it sets expectations for our communication within our business. What we're going to be doing to make sure our business is successful. We're going to start from the beginning, okay? Also, ensuring leadership accountability. I hope you guys can hear me on YouTube. I am using the mic. Please hit the one. If you drop in, please hit the like, okay? So it can get in the algorithm. This is for some people who need this type of or clarification, okay? It's our economic development course. And again, I want you to let you know that we're located in Atlanta every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Thank you to the Fulton County Library for allowing me to be here. Okay, so again, this goes into regular performance review, ensuring leadership accountability. Regular performance review provides an opportunity to assess an individual or team progression towards the goal, identifying areas for improvement. It is also helped to ensure everyone is on the same page, just like we just said, working towards the organizational goal. Holding people accountable. Holding people accountable means taking actions with expectations when expectations are not met. So again, we're doing our performance review, or we're going back looking at our portfolio, or we're going back to look at our business plan goal, and we did not make it. It did not hit the tip of the iceberg. So what we're going to do, we're going to reassess, reinvent, and reapproach, okay? And try to meet new expectations. It can include providing feedback, coaching, disciplinary actions. We don't want to go too much in disciplinary actions, but we want to be very thorough when we reassess things. Even when you're dealing with someone who markets for you, you never want to let someone just market for you and you don't have monthly meetings and you don't go back and see performance review and say, hey, how many clicks are you actually getting on the email? How many clicks are people actually coming back to see the video you created? For me. So this is some of the foundational thinking I want you to have so you can be successful. We have to come in brick by brick with a strong foundation. So once you, for instance, again, like I'm giving an example, a marketing person, you already told them your expectations. We're going to come back in one more month. Let's see how this campaign worked, this approach, these colors we use, this concept. Maybe we're going to have to revamp it. This is the importance of accountability and reviewing certain actions, okay? And you have to think about this now because you're going to have people you contract with. You're going to have people that work for you, subcontract for you, and you want to make sure that the process is moving smoothly. Okay, it's not only about accountability to yourself, what we talked about for the first 3-4 weeks, establishing accountability with finances and looking at things a certain way and moving forward and doing things a certain way. Now we're talking about business establishment, relationship, and expectations. Okay. Reward and recognitions is always great. Yeah, definitely too when you're dealing with family dynamics, especially even if you have a family business as well. Some of the last concepts I talked about, you want to have those expectations and those lines drawn right at the beginning because you know how it is when you're dealing with family businesses and emotions and things. No. Okay. Reward and recognition. Reward and recognition of employees for their contribution and achievements is a powerful motivator to help to create a culture of accountability. It reinforces positive behavior and encourages employees to take ownership of their work. Now, again, I'm going to be collective of these ideas as well. Imagine if you have your own, whatever, product, cup, paintings. I have my own program, and you don't have people who work for you, but maybe you're going to have people who promote your product. You say, hey, you're a brand ambassador. This is what you get for, getting this amount of sales. You just don't want to establish a relationship with someone like a brand ambassador, which is very different from someone who markets their business. You want to make sure that their reward system is good for them And that will help them want to, that'll initiate them wanting to work with you more. So again, remember the reward and recognition system when you're establishing these expectations. Like, hey, you do this is what you get, you know? Okay. Now, we're going to be moving on into our next PowerPoint. This was just an introduction. Like I said, I'm not going to beat you down with certain things, but I want you guys to start thinking a certain way. Please bear with me. I'll be switching over to PowerPoint real quick, and we're going to be going into preparing to win, essential skills to master before diving into the market. Now, again, I talked about just now accountability, ensuring expectations for your organization is set. Very important, very to the point. We talked about reviewing financial performance because I do apologize. We did not talk about it, but I want to highlight some of these things when it comes to key to organizational growth. I want to make sure that this is the right one. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Give me 1 second. I had the wrong paper in my hand. But again, let me just put that back up there. We went over key concepts such as, hold on 1 second, y'all. Achieving I do apologize. I drew a blank, guys. It's been a long day. Now, what we went into is just measuring accountabilities. I'm just going to run that off the top of my head because I took the PowerPoint off. Making sure that whatever system that you have set up in your business, you are accountable for it, or someone in your organization is accountable. We're talking about measuring accountability, having a time frame. Remember, the most important thing of what I said about for the last 15, 20 minutes is SMART, okay? You want something that's specified, measurable. The person is accountable. You want to review it. And again, you're going to make a timetable for it. You want to, measurable means a timetable. And you want to apply that to everything. Even apply that to your life. Even apply that to you getting your business plan done. Use the SMART technique. It's going to make you more accountable. That's just the foundations of it. Now let's go. Sorry for the little hiccup, y'all. I want to say thank you for being here this morning. I was getting ready. I had to go out early because we do have our food giveaway that we do every Wednesday. And that's what I was preparing for. So I've been up pretty early. So please bear with me, guys. I do apologize. Now we're going to be moving on into essential skills to master before diving into the marketplace. All right, let's go. Now, some of the concepts we're going to talk about when we talk about this is financial literacy. This is before we get into the marketplace, before we go and start our business plan. These are some of the things I want you to start talking about because next week we're going straight into the heavy hitter. Session 2, where we're talking about market analyzation and we're talking about financing, actually budgeting and planning and setting up, how can I say, your financial section of your business plan to look so good and to be so robust that they're going to give you that loan or you get the grant. Okay, that's what we want to do. We want to structurize at least these two parts, definitely, of your business plan, which is market analyzation, as well as what we just said, financial outlook and the basis of it, because these are the two parts of business plan where I notice people lack. And that's the most important part, especially when you're dealing with a finance company. You want to represent yourself well. That's why for the first session, we were talking about budget planning, savings. This is how much we save. This is how diligent we are. When they see you have your profit loss statement already together and you're ready to hand that in, that puts you up in the lending arena. I'm just going to be honest, okay? So let's get to it. Today, we're going to be moving on to just a little bit about financial literacy, risk management, protecting your capital, technical and fundamental analysis, okay? You want to discern the market, okay? Emotional intelligence, very important. I'm working on it too, guys. Some things get you riled up, but when you head in things with a level head and not emotions, you're more successful. Um, Continuous learning, I'm going to always push that. That's something we're going to hit back again. And adopting an elite mindset. Let's go. because next week you're going to definitely get a lead with what we're going to be talking about. And I'm going to make it really easy for you guys. Remember, what I talk about is actionable. So if you hear anything that rekindle in your mind, I need you to go to your email, text it to yourself, and send it to you so you can write an actual layout of whatever we was talking about. If you need to go into learning a little bit about budgeted savings or making an objective or coming up with a real business structure for your business to say, hey, actually, when I start my business, I need this person who's going to work in manufacturing. I need this, that, and the third. If I say something that rings a bell, I want that prompts you. I'm your instructor to go and talk out a paragraph of your ideas right away. And then you go back to that in the future when you're ready to construct your business plan and you start putting these concepts in. This is how you build your business plan bit by bit, bit by bit. Okay. Now, financial literacy, let's get to it. This is the bedrock of any successful investment journey, or, like you said, you being a lender. Understanding the fundamentals of financial concepts will empower you to make an informed decision, avoid common pitfalls, and build a solid strategy. And that's what we want you to do. Nothing's going to be perfect. It's going to be adjustable. But we need you guys to have a strategy. What is strategy? Deal with strategy, not just going in, jumping and doing stuff. Like I'm going to figure it out as I go. Some parts of opening a business is like that, but you have to have a strategy and an outline, okay? So budgeting and cash flow management. Know where your money is going. Every single penny. That's why we started with budget and savings, assets versus liability. What are our actual bills versus what our income? How can we get more streams of income? Do we actually save a portion of our money? How important is that? I stress to you guys, even if you don't make a lot of money, take 10% to 20% and put it to the side. Pay the most important bills and let God do the rest. Okay, I'm not telling you to lack on no bills, but if you don't prioritize savings, it's not going to happen. You have your budgetary goals for your business. Hey, I need $500 to buy this inventory by this amount. What do I need to save to do this? What adjustments I need? It starts at home. If you're not budgeting and saving in at home, you're not going to do it right when you get to work. Or how can I say when you open your business? So budgeting and cash flow management. Know where your money is going. Tackle your income and expenses. Provide a clear picture of your financial situation and allows you to identify areas of improvement. And we did that through the first 3 sessions. Understanding different asset classes. We want to know what an asset is versus a liability. Your first home under a mortgage is not an asset, but it's okay. We probably can make it an asset. Depends. Two-family home, rent out one, live there. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. We get in one family, live there for 2 years, pull out the equity, get some more property. You got to have a strategy. Understanding different asset classes, you want to have a diverse portfolio. These are some of the things that you will petition in your business plan. Yeah, if you're talking about, oh, I ain't going to tell them about my stocks and my 401k. They're going to ask you about your finances. You're going to have to prove what you have through your taxes, through whatever. So your 401k, they're going to ask you for those type of things, and you want to make sure that you're able to provide them for them. So having a diversified portfolio, we started talking about that in the first 3 classes: stocks, bonds, real estate, commodities, and more. Each asset class has its own risk and reward profile. Learn their characteristics and how it fits into your diversified portfolio. Again, me as a real estate investor, when I wanted to get a business loan related to my real estate business, which is I educate, I showed them, hey, I have properties already. I can put this up as a collateral. So I can get the money from you to seed into my business. As I mentioned to you, I have been successful in securing a $40,000 loan. Love and blessings to Ace Woman Center without having significant income. This is why I'm able to stand here today and tell you that it is possible. by putting a well-rounded business plan together and having your personal portfolio together. It'll allow you to get a significant amount to help you start your business. And personal portfolio means your finances is together, meaning your credit is good, meaning that you're on task with your personal stuff so you can use it for your business. It works. You don't need a whole bunch of line of credits and everybody tell you get this credit card so you could build up um um your Duns and Brad number. Slow down. Start with your own personal finances, having your stuff together, and you can bridge that right over really easy. My first credit card that I purchased, well, not purchased, uh, I do apologize, that I received was from Home Depot. And I used my personal credit to bridge that over and gave them my EIN number, and is and still connected to my business. It is a business credit card. That's how you start. I know gurus tell you go buy this, go buy that, go buy lines of credit. Start slow and get control of your portfolio and do it legally. That's what I'm here to show you. It can be done. Okay, let's move forward. Financial statements. Again, we already talked about profit and loss statements, so you should be doing that for your home. This is my profit, this is my loss. My kid's a liability. What I'm gonna do with this son? What I'm gonna do with this? Y'all already started evaluating personalities, behaviors at home. So you'll be bringing that into your business. So financial statement, learn to read and interpret balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statement. This will help you analyze the financial health of companies you're considering investing in, or example, or companies that's your competition. You want to, some of these things are located online. You want to pay attention. Yes, that's part of market analysis. We're going to be looking at our competition, how good they're doing. We're going to look into the market and be like, how much did this product actually sell in this particular area by this means? Now, I'm giving you the bread and butter and the concepts, and you go out and plug that in. This is how you start to get ready to look at financial statements. And you already created your profit and loss statement at home. You ready? You ready. Every month you writing it down. You were saving it for 12 months. You got $5,000 saved because you budget. Okay, that's where we at right now. All right, so key financial ratios. Familiarize yourself with matrix like price to earnings. Price to earnings. You want to know what this is. When you write up your business plan, you're going to be like, hey, this is the market price for this. This is what I invest in to make my product, but I can mark it up this amount, da da da. Look at, based on this analysis, this particular thing. And I did this with my waist trainers. I look to see how much waist trainers will sell, what type of industry was buying them, which one will be my niche as far as when I made my business plan for my health and wellness. So for instance, I had to say, okay, since I don't go to the clubs and I don't party and I'm not that type of party girl, I probably won't have the same customers that another waist trainer holder will have, because that's who they cater to. Me, I cater to people who had back problems, people who work long hours, bus riders, nurses, these types. So I'm in a whole nother industry, but I still look and say, okay, what is a possibility? What can I extract from what they have already? Again, when you're looking in the market, excuse me, you want to be creative. Am I loud? Okay. You want to be creative as well. Okay, and that's where my creativity came in. I said, waist trainers, are we going to just sell them the way everybody do? Do I have to be a movie star? Do I got to wear makeup? Do I got to do this? No, I'm a nurse. I'm going to go in the way that I know what waist training is supposed to do. It's supposed to help back mechanics, help you with back pain, get that mid area small, help you work out, that type of stuff. And this is how I use market analysis to come up with the right path for my business. Does that make sense? So while I'm throwing this out there to you, you plug in your business and see what will be your avenue. Walk the narrow path, and you will find an audience that may just need you only. Does that make sense? All right, let's go. So, price and earning. Again, we just talked a long way of how to figure that out. These ratios offer valuable insight into the company's performance and valuation. So they like, hey, okay, all they gotta do is put $5,000 in, and they're gonna make $25,000. That's freaking amazing. Okay, and you're gonna show that on your financial statements when you're creating your business plan. All right. So again, now we're moving on into risk management, protecting your capital, investing inherently. So we want you to look at investing as a bridge way to help you secure more loans. Okay. And it also protects your business. For instance, the market is volatile, you have land, you have something that you can sell, liquidate, it's going to help you stay in business. You got gold, you got something because you have a diversified portfolio. So investing inherently involves risk. Mastering the art of managing risk effectively to protect your capital and minimizing potential losses. This is what we want you to do. That's why we say accountability, because if no one's accountable, you're going to be losing. Accountable should be one of the foundational blocks of your business, right at the corner. Right at the corner. Okay. Now, risk tolerance assessment. Some risks you can, some risks you can't take. Now, understanding your comfort level with risk. Are you comfortable with significant fluctuations in your portfolio value, or making risky business deals? Or do you prefer a more conservative approach? Okay. For instance, now this could be diverse. This is even coming up with the product. Well, should I buy my product from out of the country? Because it's a possibility it's going to take a long time. It'll be more risky. Things are going on. It's going to cost more money, things like that. Should I do it inside? There'll be less risk. It'll be this, that, and third. So you want to look at the risk and you want to look at the profit and loss as well. Protecting your capital, risk tolerance assessment. Or if you're invested, you're a person that's investing. Me, for instance, I do deeds, tax liens, foreclosure homes. But part of my risk assessment is, hey, we're going to go look to see what's going on when it comes to liens with this property. If they have an IRS lien, that's a hard risk assessment. And I don't want to deal with a property that possibly have an IRS lien. So it depends. Wait, is the IRS lien $5,000 and the property worth $300,000 and all I have to put is $20,000 in? I think I can take that risk. Risk assessment in all of your investments and your business procedures. Does that make sense? Diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investment across different assets, classes, sector, geographical regions. Reduce your overall risk and exposure. Don't just use one company to buy your product. Use more than one company. Have a backup. Does that make sense? Diversifying your portfolio, spread it across different classes and sectors. Can I say this? Okay, for instance, you like making bars of soap. That's just your thing. But it's some money in oils. And it's some money, excuse me, y'all. I do apologize. Give me 1 second. Because I keep getting phone calls in and that's not working today. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna go back. Thank you, y'all. I do apologize. I don't know. My nursing career is catching up with me. Babe, told them not on Wednesdays. Not today. Not today. All right, let's move on. Thank you guys for having patience. I hope you guys can hear me. I had to start the video. Shout out to my Facebook group if you popped in. These are actionable information. This is actionable information I'm giving you to create an amazing business plan and structureize your business. This is what these economic development seminars are about. Now, let's continue. Position and sizing. Determine the appropriate amount of investment in each security or each thing you're going to invest in. I need to invest. I want to invest only $5,000 in home, and then I want to invest $5,000 in marketing. This is what I do every month or whatever. That's part of your profit and loss projectability. If I'm saying that correctly, when you're coming up with your business plan, the lender wants to see this. So you're going to say, hey, I put $5,000 a month into buying properties, and I put $5,000 into marketing. This was the yield profit. This is that, this, that, and the third. Okay, so you want to show that within your business plan as well. What position are you in? Stop loss orders. Implement stop loss orders and automatically sell when things are happening. This is meaning just okay. What's going on with this particular statement is risk mitigation. No, I know you expect the best, but just prepare for if something else was to happen. So if you are investing in stocks and you're seeing that stock go down and that's part of your portfolio, whatever it is, you're gonna pull out a little bit. You're gonna talk to your financial advisor and say, hey, what's going on here? And that's all about reevaluation and coming back and looking at your portfolio, looking at performance, looking at things that are very important to keep the life of your business going. Now, we're talking about the foundations of your business too, protecting your capital. When you have a diversified portfolio, these are the things that's going to help you keep your home together and your business. That's why I say get real estate, get gold, get something that's stable because that's going to help you right now. Guys, I do want to highlight that if you're over the age of 40, be prepared that when we retire, and in that age is over 65, maybe 72 in a couple of years, we don't know what they're doing. Social Security will probably be 80% allegedly, as per my research. So you look at 80% now and probably be at 60, because you know what they say that today. Now, what are you going to do with 60% of benefits at an old age? This is why we say start your portfolio now while you're setting up your business. Little things help. I was able, like I don't have a multi-million-dollar portfolio, but in 5 months, just someone being brokey at one point, I was able to start a Robinhood account in 5 months and have $800 in it with just basically doing $100 a month and picking good stocks. Does that make sense? You want to have different streams of revenue as well and things that are less riskier than some. So again, technical, now we're going to move on into some of the things you need to think about is um, technical and the fundamental analysis of disparaging the marketing. So there are two primary methods for basically you're going to be dis- dissecting the market. There are two primary methods to analyze potential investment. Understanding both will give you a comprehensive perspective. Fundamental analysis, the same way you're going to be analyzing your investment, that's how the bank is going to look at you. Okay? Yeah, you got to look at yourself in this situation and them too. You hit a 2 for 1. Fundamental analysis. This involves evaluating the intrinsic value of the security by examining factors like the company, financial performance, industry threat, overall economic look. This is what they're going to look at for you. And you want to already looked at that and had that in your business plan. My financial performance, again, this is I'm a new business owner. I pay all my bills. My credit history is this. I own these properties. This is what I have done when it came to my business, how long it's been established, all my credentials is right. That's the fundamental analysis. But then you want to take this same concept because when we get into fundamental analysis for business plan, you want to look at that related to your competition. What's their financial performance? What is the industry trend? Overall economic outlook for this particular industry? I know you love it and you like it, but is it going to make money? And if it's not right now, you need to do something adjacent that's going to make money, and then you could do what you love, but it got to make sense. So that fundamental analysis is very important. So you see how I'm hitting these subjects from different realms, but I want you guys to pay attention to everything because we have to create the foundations, fill the holes of what we were not taught in school. Let's get it. Technical analysis. This involves studying historical prices, trends, values, identifying patterns, predicting future prices. This is all going to be incorporated in your business plan. And you evaluate in market volatility. Hmm. Should I invest in this type of house? Should I start investing in small homes? Because it looks like it's going up. Should I invest in home care? Like I'm talking as a nurse, because that's going up and they kicking people out the house, a hospital. I'm going to give you examples from my perspective, but y'all throw some things in there. Do you see what I'm saying? These are part of the technical analysis. Okay, you're going to look at the patterns. Patterns is very important. Patterns will save you. People, that's one thing I'm going to tell you. by living in poverty and going through a lot of stuff, and wasn't the best thing in the world, but it made me recognize patterns of deceit, lie, con games, things that may work, don't work. Patterns is very important for your success. So keep that in mind, okay? Thank you so much for being with us today. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button because all we're trying to do is uplift one mind at a time. Emotional intelligence. This is very, keep it cool under pressure. Fear and greed can cloud your judgment and lead to impulsive decisions. Cultivating emotional intelligence is crucial for staying disciplined and rationale in the face of market volatility. Hmm. Maybe your thing's not selling. Maybe you put a lot of money into it, freaking out because you got bills to. You freaking out. You're not gonna be able to think of another way to get your product out there. You're not gonna go and have that vibration that probably meet that person that's gonna help you get your product out there. Does that make sense? Easier said than done because there's times where you hold in a lot and then you just gotta let it all out. But pick and choose. Emotional intelligence is very important in all aspects of your life and your spiritual life. Remember that. Recognizing and managing emotions, be aware of how your emotion is influencing your investment decisions, your business decisions. Avoid making impulsive decisions based on fear or excitement or feeling vulnerable or being lured into stuff. Take your time. Take your time. Patience and discipline. Stick to your original plan. If you were going there and spend $500, that's all you're going to spend. You're going there just to learn about something and not buy something. Take your time. Maybe you'll buy it later. Don't feel pressure. Stick to your investment strategy and avoid chasing short-term gains and goals and instant gratification. Very important. Okay, guys? Hope you guys can see me over here. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see me. Now, learn from your mistakes. Don't feel bad if you make mistakes. We make mistakes all the time. That's why we do accountability and measuring performance because things don't work sometimes. So just because it didn't work don't mean it was a mistake because 9 out of 10 you learn what not to do. Okay? So don't always look at your mistakes and the hard comings in your life as the end of the world, but it will be if you keep doing the same thing and you don't go back and you revamp and go a different way. Same way with your business. Always being creative. You just to use one particular platform and that's the only way you could think and you're not making sales, it doesn't even make sense. That means to move on. Try something else. Add something. Does that make sense? Learn from your mistakes. Okay, continue learning is very important. Adapting to ever-changing landscape. That is incorporating AI and making sure you use your critical thinking skills. Because people just push AI. If you push AI, you ain't gonna have no critical thinking skills. That's one of the things that we focus on. I'll just tell you, write, read, and do it yourself a little bit. AI will help guide you and make things a little easier. But if you don't use what you don't use, you're gonna lose. Okay? So stay informed, follow financial news, read market analyzation, stay up to date on the economic trends, especially in your area. And us as economic leaders, we want to pay attention to some of the politics and some of the policies in our particular counties in our area because we're going to be leaders. We're going to be the ones that may be able to harbor change. We're going to have the big old pocketbooks and a strong mindset foundation where we're going to know we ain't going to play no games. That's what we're making here. We're making leaders. We need new leaders to come into our communities and make things happen that's not bought and paid for by the system. Does that make sense? That's what I'm here for. So seek membership. Learn from experienced investors, financial advisors, business partners that's in your industry. Their insight and guidance is invaluable. Never think that you can't learn. I love to learn. I don't care how much I've been in real estate. I've been a nurse for all these years. Something happened. I'm like, what's that? I need to learn. What is that? Can I read it? Because you never can stop learning. Okay? Your brain is made to learn. And that's what we're here to do. Continue to grow and learn and cultivate new things. So never think that you know everything, okay? Stay informed, seek mentorship, embrace new technologies, explore new tools and technologies that can help you analyze data, automate trends, and improve your decision making and also processing when it comes to selling your product. Easy as possible. You want to find the cheapest way as well. Okay, so always be willing to learn and the ever learning landscape. And I'm gonna give an example. I was doing a broadcast with someone, and I was telling us like, listen, we have to kind of like go with what the algorithm wants just a little bit. We gotta figure the algorithm out and put our thing in it. They like, no, this is what I like to do. This is what I'm gonna put out there. And that's I'm like, listen, you can't just go into somebody's house and just do what you want to do because we're using these platforms. So you have to go in and learn what the platform wants a little bit and feng shui that into you. And I learned that from my son. Them young ones, they know AI. Okay, so adopt an elite mindset that is beyond the tangible skills. Cultivating an elite mindset is paramount. This includes setting clear goals, defining your investment objective, and creating a plan to achieve them. Take responsibility. Own your investment decision, own your business decision, own your decisions, and learn from your mistakes. It's not the end of the world. Maintain a long-term perspective. If you keep thinking like step by step, you're going to be stressed out because you're not going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's when you're working with faith. At the end of all of this, I can't see it like, okay, because it's hard to see when you win it, but you see the light. It's a light there. Remember, stay disciplined, look at the end goal, and stay focused and revamp and adjust your plan based on that goal and the environment. Stay disciplined, stick to your investment strategies, your saving strategies, and avoid impulse. Avoid things that are not assets, avoid liability. That's people, places, and things and investment because it'll take a lot out of you. Embrace challenges. View market vitality, changes in your business as an opportunity to learn and grow. I know that's easier said than done, but if you look at it like that, then you're going to always be evolving and growing and turning the pages in your book to create that new chapter because something's going to always come up. Something's going to always come up. And we're going to pray that it don't. God, give us a break. You know what I'm saying? Give us a break. But when it does, you want to stand in the face of adversity and say, ha ha, I didn't know this was coming, but it was a possibility. Let's just handle it. Does that make sense? All right. So today we talked about accountability, going back and using the SMART method to go back and measure what you have planned to do, and you make sure you is done in a timely manner, and you got the outcome, and then you're going to adjust that plan. Accountability in all sectors of our life, and then we moved on into the essential skills to master before marketing, and then it hit financial literacy. Some of the things that we're going to go into next week, more detail about analyzing the market, risk management. We're going to go more in detail, and that's going to talk about general business as well as market vitality. Technical and fundamental analysis, the difference between the two and always applying it. Emotional intelligence, in the face of the devil in trouble, have emotional intelligence, you're going to win. And if I'm going to tell you guys, I get frustrated sometimes, not all the time, but when you get like that, that's when you step back, you go into that secret place, you just take your time, ask God to give you the joy of the Lord and tell you what to do next. And I promise you, it's going to help you. Again, I want you guys to remember we have a sister page called Prime Time Homebuyers. It's called Legal Real Estate Consultant Lady Lashley. I think it's in the description of everything that you're seeing. And there as well, I went over a few concepts, biblical concepts of prosperity. Put God in your business. This broadcast ain't for everybody. We need a new day. We need new leaders who have a new heart. Put God in your business. Make him your boss. All right. And again, we're going to finish off with, hold on, embracing challenges. I think I said that. Okay, so let's just conclude this. I want to say thank you so much for being with us. We have a short broadcast today. I have to leave at 3 o'clock on the dot, and we also have our food giveaway. We have about 40 bowls of food to give away, so please check us out on our sister channel, Grace Levi. Yes, we're gonna be able to give them food next. But let's just conclude this. I hope you guys learned a lot. Please go back. If I said anything that was actionable to you, go write a paragraph about it. Go talk a paragraph out in your phone, in the email, and go back and critique it and make it a part of your business plan. Make it part of the structure. Because I know I said something important for you guys. So investing in the market or your business can be rewarding experience, but it's crucial to approach it with the right skills and mindset. By mindset, financial literacy, by mindset, that means the financial literacy, risk management, analysis techniques, emotional intelligence, and continued learning. You'll significantly increase your chances of success and protecting your hard-earned capital and your future business. Remember, the best investment you can make is in yourself and your business. Remember, spend wisely. When you make a profit, feed it back into your business first. We want to be responsible. Equip yourself with knowledge and skills needed to navigate the market or your business sector with confidence and be prepared to win. Okay? So, with that goes to say, I want to say thank you so much for being here with Lady Grace. It's been a great experience. We will be headed down to Atlanta right now. I want to say thank you to the Adams Street Library. Thank you to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Yeshua, for giving me the to do this and continue to push forward. I hope I motivated you guys and just gave y'all some actionable things to think about. Next week, we're getting into market analyzation. I said it like it was fun, my geeky self. Yes. And we're going to add those concepts into our business plan. And we're going to be looking at competition. I'm going to not show you hand by hand, but you're going to be able to go look at certain concepts when it comes to your business structure and making partnerships, looking at things from a whole nother perspective. So again, please hit the like button. I want to say thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for coming in person. We are available at the Adams Street Library in Fulton County in Georgia, in Atlanta, every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Please join Lashley. I need you. You know why I need you? Because we are the sector that they're trying to basically eliminate. And if we don't get control over the market, the business, and our community, we're going to lose everything. Have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you guys next week. I'm my own cameraman, guys. So, bye bye. I'll see you guys later. I got 20 minutes to get to where I need to. Thank you so much for being with us.